Hi, this is Roger. Thanks for dropping by. I thought as we had the mix for the Pinguiculas, we'd have a go at this one as well. Another one that's never been repotted. This seems to have quite a nice root system. But again, it's been in this pot since I got it, which is quite a long time ago. So I'm just thinking of, again, it's something that likes an acidic mix, but would probably like a fresh mix. I might be wrong, but all I'm going to do is just tease out the roots. I'm not going to get rid of, all of the media. I'm just going to give it a bit of a clean out and put it in a slightly bigger pot, not a hugely bigger pot, but a slightly bigger pot. And of course it's cold. This is coming from outside, and it has come in from outside. I was told that these enjoy a good chill down in the winter, and it can often induce blooming. I'm going to take off old tired ones just to freshen it up really. Any that look dead or that are broken and therefore cannot function. Obviously these are supposed to hold water, and at the moment there's very few of them that can. I suspect most of them are going to come off, quite honestly. Another broken one there. There. And there. And that one's dead at the top. As is that big one there. I think that'll do. I think I need to leave some light, some on there. It's got a hole right through it. And I'll put a drop of water in some of these as well. So that'll do. As I said, I'm only refreshing it. I'm not. It's not a total change. And I shall have to go and get rid of this lot now, and then we'll same mix as I did before, gritty with the silver sand in. We'll get that in a bigger pot, and I'm going to keep it in here for a while and try and start it growing earlier in the year. So I'll be back. Right, let's go. So the top part of what's in this bag is already mixed from what we did yesterday. So I'll try and lift that off the top. I might even have enough to do this without actually mixing any more. This was all mixed up for the Pinguiculas. Yeah, I reckon there'll be enough for a pot full. Right, so this time we have got some roots to worry about, so I've got some in. I don't think that is going to be enough, but we'll see how we go. Again, it's another swamp plant, so I'm not going to pack this in tightly. This is a bit different because the Pinguiculas I do actually water from the bottom, but I don't leave them standing in water as such, whereas this, when it's in its growing season, it actually stands in water. And although it used to live outside around the other place, obviously it got rained on, and I always kept it in a, one of my drip trays. So when it got rained on, the tray filled up, and if I noticed it was starting to look a bit dry, the actual tray dried out, then I'd top it up with RO water. So it used to stand in water for a lot of the time. So there we go. Don't need to worry about the media filling the pot, being high in the pot, simply because I don't water from the top. It's another one of these that I allow to soak up. I'm just going to trim those bottom bits there because they're dead. You just as well take them off. They're the stumps from where others have been taken off, and it'll just tidy it up. Just make it look a little bit better. And then hopefully we should see some new growth on here soon. I think bringing it into a higher temperature should encourage it to come back into growth, and then it'll have a longer growing season this year. I don't know whether the plant's actually big enough to flower. That we'll have to wait and see. So, have we got any of the large trays? Yes. So, there we go, another repot of something I haven't repotted before. But it's not rocket science, is it, at the end of the day? Now, I did actually have a name for this. Obviously a Sarracenia. Sarracenia. I'll look it up. But it did actually have a name, it was a named hybrid. A guy came and did a talk on carnivorous plants for the Bournemouth Orchid Society, which was not orchids obviously, but was deemed to be often used as companion plants and things like that, and often there was a cross interest between the two subjects, and it was a smashing talk. But he brought some samples to sell because he'd come from a nursery, and this was £8, and I thought, well, to try growing something a bit different. Because at first I kept it in the grow room till I found out they do like a chill right down in winter. They don't like to spend too long frozen solid, but they do like the cool temperatures of winter. So we'll see what happens now. And there are what look like, let's make it a bit closer. These look like where new growths will come from. And we'll see how it goes. As I said, I'm going to keep it in here for a while now, but what I am going to do is carefully try and put a little bit of water in the few that I've got, because round the other house the wind had blown it over, so it spent quite a long time on its side. So the water had actually drained out of the little things. I'm not going to fill these, I'm just going to put some in there so that they've got some. Because I tried filling them up before, and the weight killed them over, basically. So it's just so that they've got some water in there. There's lots of insects and things down inside these. So it is feeding itself successfully. That'll do, so that there's some water in there, and find somewhere to put it. Well, it doesn't need bright light, I don't think, but I often think about these sort of things. If they come from swamp areas, then they would get bright light. But do they come from swampy areas in forests, in which case they wouldn't get bright light. Given that these are not, these are more tropical type plants, the light is always brighter in the tropics. So there we go then, another job done. See you next time.